Yo, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another reaction video. We got the worst QB draft in NFL history, man. Let's check this out.
The 2021 NFL draft was absolutely terrible for quarterbacks. Outside of #1 overall pick Trevor Lawrence, the rest of the picks are garbage. Zach
Wilson's a bust.
Kyle Trask.
I think the only reason Mac Jones is ended up being a bust is because of the situation he was in with the Patriots. Patriots didn't really have any great elite talent around him at receiver. Running back was kind of good with Ramondre Stevenson, but outside of that, there's really no other good position on their offense for him to throw to and shit like that.
But here's the thing: the 2021 QB draft class isn't the worst on record. Nope, it was the next year, 2022, that set a new standard in low. Get ready for
yeah,
some
Kenny Pickett got traded. God damn it.
Is coming up right after this. The quarterback position is the most important in sports, and in recent years, the NFL has tossed out one word when it comes to them: patience. That lack of patience has created a yearly game of musical chairs. The 2022 QB
what the fuck?
So talentless in a QB star.
Grown ass man. What the fuck is this shit?
Kenny Pickett actually forced the NCAA rule change. So it didn't seem like 19 picks would go by before a quarterback was taken in 2022, especially this one. QB-needy teams like the Texans, Panthers, Titans, and Commanders all took non-quarterbacks before the Steelers had their go at 20. And they took Pickett, much to the joy of urinating tree.
Kenny Pickett, baby! Oh, we're going to Super Bowl!
Yeah, no, the fuck y'all not.
From down the road, taking over for the Captain Fat Fuck.
I wonder how
the worst that could happen.
Did he just call Ben a fat fuck?
Made about how small his hands were. His undersized appendages would be the least of his worries. Pickett started the season behind another bust, Mitch Trubisky, but in week 4, Kissin' Titties got injured, and it was Pickett time.
Kissin' Titties is crazy, bro. What is this dude's problem?
Zach Wilson and the Jets. Yes, it was a bust party.
Is this some kind of bust?
Well, it's very impressive, yes, but we need to ask you a few questions.
Pickett would start all in one game for the rest of the year, personally earning a 7-5 record as
George
the Steelers
Pickens
9-8, missing the playoffs but ensuring Mike Tomlin another winning season.
That's what the standard is. The standard means every single time I say it.
Pickett did have a knack for clutch, leading 4 fourth
this
quarter
was bullshit,
including an inspiring 16-13 win over division rival Baltimore in week 16. The Steelers thought they had something, so headed into the 2023 season, the job was
if I'm being honest, I would rather have Pittsburgh beat us twice a season than not make the playoffs, bro. That's just how I'm looking at it. Because they can beat us all they want. They're never gonna win in the fucking playoffs. Like, we've got more playoff wins these last few seasons than they've had in the last fucking decade or so.
As a Steeler, as they made the playoffs behind Mason Rudolph and the Jaguars choking like Monica Lewinsky in the Oval Office.
Hey, yo, nigga, what? Oh no, this dude is wildin'.
Some perceived as to be competition for Pickett, to push him. However, rumors swirled.
Nah, this nigga's sense of humor is crazy.
And Pickett was pushed all right. Pushed across the state to the Eagles with a 4th-round pick in exchange for a 3rd-round pick and 2 2025 sevenths.
Oh my God! They killed Kenny! You bastard!
Pickett went from being the incumbent starter to a guy who didn't want to compete with Russell Wilson to Jalen Hurts' backup and being replaced by Justin Fields in less than a week. He may not be a bust, but it's not looking good for him right now.
He is a bust, bro. Let's keep it a buck. He's never going to start in Philly.
It would be a remarkable 54 more selections until a QB would be taken again. However, it seemed like the talent evaluators absolutely nailed this draft, as the next QB taken was
Desmond Ridder.
Desmond Ridder knew nothing but success in college. His senior year blew away expectations as he led an underdog Cincinnati team to a berth in the college football playoff. where they promptly got their asses kicked. It didn't matter. After 30 TDs and only 8 picks,
They
it
got
looked like
replaced
he
by
would
Kirk
be
Cousins.
a high pick in the draft. Instead, he fell to the 3rd round and into a QB room that featured Marcus Mariota as the only obstacle towards him seeing the field in Atlanta. Mariota
Damn.
eventually
Oh,
gave way
wow,
to Ritter in week
Jair.
15 and was put on the IR with a knee injury. Let's just say Ritter was more Desmond Mitter in 2022, going 2-2 as a
This nigga,
starter
bro.
and logging 3 games where he neither threw a pick or a TD and throwing for a total of 708 yards in 4 starts. Ritter
Wow.
won the job out of camp in 2023 and again was quite mid. Despite a 4-3 record to start the season, he was benched in week
shit.
8 for Taylor Heineke,
Hutchinson.
then was in and out of the lineup for the remainder of
This
the season.
nigga's a
Now,
fucking
Ritter might have
wrecking
been
ball.
the victim of Arthur Smith, whose offense
Game
had less
wrecker.
cohesion than the plot of
Look
the
at-
room,
look at Arthur
but once
Smith.
again, Desmond Ritter was mid as fuck, tossing 12 TDs and 12 picks in a thoroughly unimpressive campaign.
Oh, wow.
The job was his to lose. And lose it he did. This offseason, the Falcons signed Kirk Cousins and immediately shipped Ritter to the Cardinals for wideout Rondell Moore. So he has potential
Hey,
as a
bro.
backup to Kyler Murray.
The
But
fucking
this next
Falcons
QB
fleeced
really get the same
the Cardinals
opportunity
right there,
as him.
bro. They fleeced them. Because Rondell Moore is a solid receiver.
Malik Willis.
At one point
Malik
during
Willis,
his
yeah, he
junior
got
year
replaced
at
by
Liberty, Malik
Will
Willis
Levis.
was being touted as possibly the #1 overall pick in the 2021 or 2022 draft. Well, after a pedestrian senior campaign, his stock dropped. But that didn't stop the rumor mill from swirling that the Lions would take him at #2 overall in the 2022 draft.
No,
The Titans
that would've been
selected him in the
crazy.
3rd round, and he saw the field very little in his rookie campaign. Ryan Tannehill was benched in week 2 after playing poorly, but Willis, who many deem now as a project, went only 1 for 4 while throwing for 6 yards. Tannehill was reinstated, but Willis started 3 games due to him being injured, and well, nothing special. He did win a game against the Texans, but was 6 of 10 and didn't even throw a TD. In fact, in 11 NFL games, Willis has yet to throw a touchdown. By contrast, Derrick Henry has 4 touchdown passes. The Titans finally drafted Will
Yo.
in my coffee Levis in 2023, and Willis will likely continue his career as a perpetual understudy next season, unlike this next guy.
Matt Corral.
Oh yeah, he's
Next QB
a
taken was
shout out
Corral,
my
who
Birmingham
probably
Stallions,
the
bro.
best/worst situation. Corral was entering a QB room on the Panthers that had Sam
Matt
Darnold
Corral's a
and
Birmingham
PJ
Stallion.
Walker,
Hey,
and the
he-
former Ole
he's been
Miss
playing
QB
really
had
good
a
so
real
far.
Shot at possibly seeing the field his rookie season. But the worst part of this was with the Carolina Panthers. All of that opportunity vanished when he suffered a Liz Frank injury in the preseason and was subsequently waived by the Panthers before the year even started. He was picked up by the Pats as a member of their practice squad and was released a week later. He is currently on the Birmingham Stallions of the UFL, having never played a down in the NFL. This next guy played some downs.
Bailey Zappi.
Bailey Zapp got more opportunities than you could imagine for a 4th round.
I thought he was gonna be the
former
next
Western
Tom
Kentucky
Brady.
Hilltopper was drafted
'Cause he was
third string
played way
QB,
better than Mac
only
Jones.
behind Mac Jones
But
and
then
Brian
he just
Hoyer.
started to shit the
Injuries
bed
both
too, bro.
thrust Zappy into action in week 4 of
Damn,
2022.
Jacoby
and the
Myers.
Sixter actually looked good, going 10 of 15 for 99 yards and a TD in the close loss to the Packers. And then he won consecutive starts in impressive fashion, beating the Lions and the Browns, respectively. The latter game throwing for 308 yards and 2 TDs. Mac Jones would return and struggle, and Zappy replaced him, but also began to struggle. And from here on, Zappy would be up and down. Like your mom. He was
Bro,
actually cut before the
chill,
2023
gang.
Re-signed, and then went
This
back and
nigga
forth
is
from getting
wildin'.
traded to replace Mac Jones to being yelled at for being shitty when he was out there. Overall, in 2023, he started 6 games.
Hey,
had
they
a
got a
2-4
chance
record,
to
36 TDs,
rewrite that
9
ship this
INTs.
season in
With
the
Mac
draft.
Jones gone, he will likely either be a backup next year on a rebuilding Patriots squad. And this next guy wasn't anybody's backup.
Who is it?
Sam Howell.
Sam
Oh,
Howell
shit, yeah, he
definitely
got
made the
shipped off
most
to
of his
Seattle.
Opportunities in Washington. Even so, he didn't do much. Thrust
I
into the
mean,
starting role in
Sam
week
Howell was
18 of the
decent, bro.
Super Bowl,
Like, don't get me wrong.
Quite the buzz after
He just
beat
was running for his
Cowboys
life behind that
26-6
Commanders
on an 11 for
O-line.
19, 169-yard, 1 TD, 1 INT performance. Since the bar was and is so low to impress Commanders fans, the excitement that they had found their guy carried them through the offseason, where 2023 smacked him in the face like Will Smith at the Oscars.
Damn.
After a 2-0 start, Howell came back to earth, finishing the year with a 4-13 record. However, out of all the QBs in this draft class, Howell is the only one to start every game in a season. Not bad for a 5th rounder. For that reliability, Howell was traded to the Seahawks in the offseason as the Commanders are set to fuck up their draft in 2024. Trust me, whoever they pick, they will mess it up. Now, before we get to the last QB taken in the 2022 NFL
man,
draft,
they've got
there was
talent on their
Chris
team.
Round 7, 241st overall, who was drafted by the Steelers and did not make the squad out of camp, but was picked up by the Chiefs, where he has served as a practice squad player / backup and is now a 2-time Super Bowl champion. The only one on this list.
That's crazy.
And
This
Skylar
nigga,
Thompson,
bro.
round 7, 247th overall, who got into 2 games in 2022 after Tua got concussed into 1987, won his Week 18 matchup to clinch a playoff berth, and started a playoff game that year, losing in pretty ugly fashion to the Bills 34-13. He did not play it down in the 2023 season. And now for not only the last QB taken in the 2022 NFL draft, but the last player taken.
Brock Purdy. The only good quarterback out of this draft class.
Chris Solodikin might have 2 rings, but he did not start in a Super Bowl. Yes, we should all know the story of how Brock Purdy was the last player taken in the 2022 NFL Draft, aka the Lozman Trophy winner,
Irrelevant.
aka Mr. Irrelevant, but then became the subject of legit MVP debates his sophomore campaign. And most of the debate is whether Purdy is actually good, or is it Kyle Shanahan's system that he is benefiting from. But let's get some facts out of the way. Outside of Tom Brady, no late round QB pick has been as immediately successful as Big Cock Brock, who was
Bro, chill. No Diddy, bro.
State. Smaller
Hey,
in
fucking
stature,
yo.
6'1", 220, Purdy quickly picked up the system and erased the 49ers' mistake of trading up for Trey Lance and then subsequently trading Lance away for basically nothing. As a starter, Purdy is 17-4 in the regular season, and in 25 games, he has thrown 5,654 yards, 44 TDs, and 15 picks. He's also rushed for 3 TDs. In the playoffs, he's 4-2 and 1-1 in NFC Championship games, and his one loss came because his arm was hanging from his elbow like a pair of truck nuts on a Chevy Silverado in Arkansas. He played well in the Super Bowl, coming tantalizingly close to a ring with his team, losing in overtime. And had the Niners won, he likely would have been Super Bowl MVP. These are accomplishments you would expect to see from a number 1 overall pick, not the last guy taken in the draft. And honestly, had Brock Purdy not existed, this draft class would be so incredibly terrible you could smell it from across the East River. Even so, the 2022 NFL QB draft is the worst one in NFL history.
Oh shit, hold up. Damn, hold up. Bro, I don't know why the hell that shit keep doing that, but who you guys think is the worst QB out of this NFL draft, bro? Let me know down in the comments below, but I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe to the channel. If you're new, turn on my post notifications so you get notified whenever I drop another banger video. And without further ado, I'm out. Gang!